been very close to Meher Baba, and they worked throughout their life for Baba. I'm going to talk about their parents.
Good.
Now, the first and foremost example is about age. As we know that when Baba was in Panchgani, Erech was called, Erech and family were in Nagpur, and Erech was called there by Baba by telecom. And then all this family was very much devoted, especially the mother of Erech, Gaimai. She was very loving to Meher Baba, very, very loving to Meher Baba. And then when Erech was avoiding, or rather to say postponing going to Meher Baba, then she scolded him and said that why don't you immediately go when Baba has asked you to come immediately? Why are you delaying? And Erech very reluctantly, just to respect his mother, he started for Panjugani and went there, and then he met Baba, and Baba asked him whether you will join me, whether it will be possible for you. And Erech it was in fact not prepared for, must have not been prepared for such a question from Mir Baba. But then the words came out of his mouth that if you desire, everything is possible. And then another question which was more difficult Baba put was that whether you will come along with all your family members, your father, mother, brothers, sisters, whoever may be in your family will come, you bring all of them and come to stay with me. And that too, Erich gave a same reply that I will come along with my family. And then Baba asked him to come on 1st of August, in the 1938 or so, and ask him to dispose of all that, all the property, whatever it may be, may have been created by the father. You come along, dispose of all the property, come to me along with your family members. It's a very difficult situation which was put before Erich. But then Erich's response was very positive. Perhaps one cannot say that he has consciously gave that, anticipating all the future life. He must have he could have consciously given that reply. But then naturally what Baba wanted to take out from him, Baba was successfully doing it, and then Erich gave a very positive reply. And then Baba asked him to put his head on Baba's feet and said that, Baba, you are the ancient one. And then Baba asked him to go and stay one night in a cave at Panchgani, where Baba had done some work in seclusion. Very famous cave. Still that is there, and we every year we go and visit that cave in the month of December, when Baba had met with an accident. I mean, in memory of that event, very very sad event for us. We go there every year and we pay respects at the cave also. Anyway, so Baba asked him to stay one night, spend one night in that cave, and directly go to your house in Nagpur. And on 1st of August that year, Baba asked him to come back along with all his family members. Now, the fun is that Erich got married. Erich got married There may be, I am not very going into detail, but there may be some commitments among the three families. One is Eresh's father's family, Eresh's family, Jaswana family. Then on the other side is uh, the Maineya family, and also Sattha family. There were some mutual understandings, and somehow Baba asked him to go and marry. And Eresh got married. And after the marriage, Baba, of course, Eresh was supposed to come back to Meher Baba. So Eresh came back. But then Eresh's wife, a girl who had become Eresh's wife, she was called, and Baba asked her that I want one thing from you. Will you be able to give that to me? And then Baba put her a very difficult question before her also. I want a rich from you. And she gave a positive reply. Yes, Baba, if you wish, I have no objection. You can have a rich with you. A very peculiar circumstances which was created. One cannot imagine, in fact, that such a situation can come before this family. But then she gave a positive reply, and she said, "Yes, Baba, whatever as you desire, it will be done according to your wish." And then, of course, Iraj's way was cleared. But then, after a long time, after Baba had asked Iraj to contact about 3, 4 spiritual personalities, and one of among them was by name Mirchandani. He was a supposed to be a spiritual personality, which was not so, perhaps, which was not so. And then, in the meantime, this woman of Erich, this wife of Erich, she got involved in that person. She started going to him and taking her, taking him as to her master, as to her guru. This was a very peculiar circumstance, and Erech was asked Baba, along with the other scientific personalities, Erech was asked by Baba also to go and visit that Mirchandani. And when Erech went there, he found his wife there. And of course, that Mirchandani was very much against Mir Baba. He talked something nonsense about Mir Baba, and Erech heard everything, and then he came back. But Erech had done his duty according to Mir Baba's instructions. But after he came back, he reported the whole thing to Baba. And people were close people were expecting that Baba will punish that girl. Baba, she had taken Baba to be her master, then, but thereafter diverting herself to another master who is not actually a spiritual, not a honest spiritual personality. She was diverted to him, and people were expecting that Baba will fire her. Baba will call her and give her a very good firing. But then Baba forgave her. People were surprised why Baba has forgiven them. And they asked Baba, Baba, she was coming to you. She was, in fact, was become your follower. And she diverted herself to another master, and you simply forgive her. And Baba gave a very profound reply. Baba said, I have forgiven her, because she has given me marriage. She has given me marriage. And thereafter, as we know that marriage was totally for Meher Baba. The family was, the arrangement for their stay was made in Pune, a place called Bindra House. And the whole family, the rest of the family, except Erich. Erich was with Baba, and Erich has a younger brother, Mirwan, and his sisters, and mother and father. Father was very strict. Erich's father was very strict. Baba used to call him a pistol. He was very hot-tempered person. But then, when Erich gave Baba a positive reply that I will come along with my family, there was fear that this man will come in the way. Erich's father, Papa Jaisa wala. But surprisingly, Papa said, whatever I have created, all these properties because of your comforts. If you are happy to stay with Mir Baba, I don't mind. I will join you. But I won't take a responsibility of disposing all these properties. That is, you have to do it. Of course, accordingly, Erich, in the meantime, Erich did everything, sold out all that property and everything. That is apart. But then this the statement which Baba has made, she has given me Erich. That is very vital statement, very important statement. Another example which I will like to take is Adi Kirani. Adi Kirani's father, he was a very respected person in Ahmednagar. He had become the mayor also, and very quite a rich person, quite a respectable person. He had a very high respect in the society, and he had these two sons. One is Rustam and another Adi. Baba allowed Rustam to marry. In fact, he attended that marriage. So Rustam was married, and he was in his family life. But then his whole focus was on Baba. Even at Mehrabad, at Manzili Mem, he was very much attached to Mir Baba. But then Baba had asked Gulmai, that is the mother of Adi Kirani, that I want Adi. Gulmai was, what should I say, such a fine lady, I mean, I would call it her a divine lady, a Devi, goddess. She was like that, very soft speaking, very loving, and she was attached to, she was going to Upasini Maharaj. And at Upasini Maharaj came in contact Meher Baba, and Meher Baba is asking for her son Adi, a young son, promising boy, who would have been capable of maintaining the whole family. And Baba wants to take that son. And she said, yes, Baba. And she gave her son to Baba. One son is taken by Baba. Another son, Rustam, he he was very much with Baba. He was moving with Baba. He was in Manzili, he was in Mirabad. But then what made him, one cannot say, but he left his house, went in the Himalayas, and thereafter he never returned back. I remember once I was there in Khusru quarters. Once, when Baba had come in Khusru quarters, I was in Nagar then. taking education in the college. So whenever Baba used to come there, the Baba families, Baba would give darshan at Bidra house. I am sorry, at Khusru quarters. And accordingly, when we went there and Baba was holding Gulmai very close to him, and she asked Baba, where is my Rustum? And Baba tells her, my Nazari there, don't worry, I know him very. You need not worry. But then he actually disappeared and he disappeared. His wife was mentally upset, sort of maybe some problem, but then she had always some mental problem. Baba had to go and visit her and pacify her, but then that could not be. She was the sister of Mehra, Freni. Her name was Freni. Now this is another family. Now that third family I would take example is of Bhau culture. When Baba had gone in the Vidarbha, that is Vidarbha area, Nagpur, and another place is I well, some place Baba had gone there, paid a visit, gave a darshan. That time Bhau take Baba's darshan. Bhau expressed his desire to join Baba. He was in his final year of graduation and had his wife, had his two children. And Baba is asking, are you married? Yes, Baba. Have you children? Yes, Baba. How many? Two. In spite of that, in spite of that, Baba, there may have been old connection, and he was meant to serve Mere Baba. Bhau Kachur was meant to serve Baba. And so Baba accepted his request. But then, along with him, Baba also accepted the whole responsibility of the whole family. What a what a case, really unbelievable cases. Just one man, for a one man, and that man was not an ordinary person. He was very much highly educated person. That man, highly educated person, was taken in Baba service and was given a job of keeping guard in the during night time. Very qualified person. A strange working of the avatar of the master. And then there have been many occasions when there were occasions of crushing one's ego. The When I say ego, that is the natural ego, because supposing I am very much educated, naturally I will feel that I should get some good job or good work. That is a natural feeling. One may can call as ego, but then that was also to be crushed. That sort of a feeling of it was to be crushed. And it so happened that when Baba was living in Satara, it was for about 1 year Baba had stayed in Satara side. And that time Bhav was the target. Such a qualified person. He was given very petty jobs. And whatever the petty job, taking food grains for grinding. He will carry that basket or bag, whatever it may be. He will go to the grinding mill and get it ground and then come back. That is one work. During this work, sometimes what happened is a very funny incident happened. What happened is that this Aloba told Baba, this grinding mill is not a good one. That atta they are giving is not of a good quality. I know another grinding mill which was a little far apart from there, and we should get our food grains ground from there. And Baba tells Bhau, see what this Aloba is saying. Why don't you go to that mill, grinding mill? And Bhau said that that is far off. But so what? And Bhau is arguing with Baba, this atta is quite all right. How do you say that? Why you argue? When he says that kind of meal is good, you should go to that. You should not agree. I ask you to go to that grinding mill. And he was made to go to far off and then get the food grains ground and then come back. And actually what happened is that there was no quality difference in between the two. But then such a situation was created. At another time, he was asked to carry a big vessel, utensil on his head, containing the food grains that was to be carried from one place to another. There was quite a good distance, must have been walking distance of about 20 minutes or so. One where Baba was staying was when the Mandali was staying in Rosewood, and this was anyway. So there was a distance, and a Bhau was supposed to carry that big vessel on his head. And on the way, he came across with a person who had known Bhau to be a very highly educated person. And he happened to come from the front side, and it was problem for Bhau to how to hide himself from him. Anyway, this were the ways. Now we can now understand that what work Baba got done from Dhau Kalsi. Apart from these petty jobs which Baba made him to do for Baba, the most important that the writing of Lord Mayor, such a big literature he has practically given a day-to-day account of Baba's life, a very rare type of work. And under the direct supervision of Mayor Baba, he has done his work. For that, how much labor he has taken? Very much. I remember that once I was in Mumbai, and once he had come to a area called Dadar. This Khurshid was staying there. At her place, he came and he called me there. And when I went there, I didn't know that that Bhau is working on such a big project. But then he asked me several questions about my life in Meher Baba's contact, how I met him and all that. So he has taken this so much of labor to collect such material. Also, all the records which were scattered lying in Adi's office, that was collected, that was scattered, I will arrange in a proper order, and then after proper editing, all that material was made into such a book, big volumes of Lord Meher. He had done it in Hindi, and that was afterward translated by uh, Farham Working Goswala. A great work. Another example I would give is the Vishnu Master. Vishnu Master was in Pune and Baba was in Kasba Pet. Baba had opened a tarji shop, and Baba used to go to the house of Vishnu Master. His mother was a loving Baba very much. He used to call Baba as a Deva. Deva means God. She was also treating Mir Baba as very close to Baba. As, but Baba was very young then. Perhaps she might be having motherly feelings for Mir Baba. And there, Baba picked up Vishnu Master. Along, after some time, Baba picked up Dr. Nilu, Nilkant Godse. He was friend of Vishnu Master. He was doctor, and he has left that profession and came and joined Mir Baba. Of course, his medical qualifications were made use of by Meher Baba himself along with Dr. Longkin. What I'm uh, making a point is that not only those person that the person we are required by Meher Baba, but then the rest of the people, the family members, they have also made a great sacrifice. Once in Pune, the secretary of Avatar Merva Pune said, K.K. Ramakrishnan, there he came from Kerala. Kerala is a state, and his father died, and that news was received, and of course that came to Meher Baba's ears, and what Baba said is very important. Baba said, since Ramakrishna has connection with me, since Ramakrishna has very close connection with me, I have taken that his father to me. As to Baba said, he has come to me. So Baba used the same terminology that he has come to me. In fact, physically, Baba had no connection with that outwardly. But then Ramakrishna was very much close, a great worker for Baba, and his father indirectly was joined, connected to his Mir Baba. Now, next example I would take is our great man, Dr. Ghani. Dr. Ghani had his family, a big family. He had, I think, 4 daughters and 1 son. He had his dispensary, homeopathy dispensary, which was not working well. And it was to be closed down. Then he went and stayed with Baba in Mazilini. His family was in Lonavala. Then, when Dr. Ghani was a childhood friend of Meher Baba, it is called Langotiyar. Langoti means the loin cloth, inside garment, undergarments. So, since that time, school days, they were playing together, they were fighting together, they were They were running after the card. They were playing marbles. They were playing other games also. So there were very thick friendship. And thereafter, there was a big gap of 15 years. Dr. Ghani's father was transferred to Calcutta, and the whole family was shifted to Calcutta. And thereafter, about 15 years, when he came back, he settled in Mumbai with that dispensary. And then that time, he again contacted Mirvan, who was in Pune, who had in the meantime, Mir Baba's whole life had changed because of the kiss by Babajan. The whole course of his life was changed. So, childhood friend and the one who is claiming a spiritual master, it was very difficult for him to accept it. Naturally, you can imagine if we had been in that place, it would have been difficult for us also to accept that situation. But then gradually, gradually, Baba has drawn him step by step, step by step, step by step, creating such circumstances that he was compelled to come and join Mir Baba. The real test was when Baba was going on new life. There was no coming back. All the connections with family life, with family members had to be broken off, even with the friends. And what for going with Mir Baba? Baba said that if you want to ruin yourself, you join. So that is called a Satyanashi Jivan, a life of ruination. To get your life ruined, you have to follow Mir Baba. And because Baba wanted it, he was he was in two minds. Naturally, so because he has a large family to maintain. In the meantime, he had earned a good name because he has given the title of Munsi, which is a honorary magistrate. And then he had a property in Lonavala also. That whole story is there. But then what I want to bring out is that such a family man who is well settled in the family has been picked up by Meher Baba for his work. When Gani was in two minds to go with Baba on new life, Baba insisted this is the only case because all the other people were to decide about themselves. But Baba indirectly gave a message to, gave him understanding that Baba wants Gani to join this new life. And ultimately, Gani decided to join new life. Now, just see the conditions of new life. There is no coming back, not expectation of any spiritual benefit, not expecting any material gains. All the connection with the family members, friends, whatever it may be, society, you have to break all the connections. And like a mad person, you go to after Mir Baba, knowing fully well these conditions, he must have definitely, when he was in two minds, he must have discussed this issue with his family members, especially his wife. And ultimately, he joined Mir Baba in new life. Look at the sacrifice of that lady. As I said, that Eresh's wife had given Eresh to Mir Baba. And Baba was thankful to that girl who had given Eresh to Mir Baba. Here, Gani's wife has entrusted Gani to follow Mir Baba. When we study such examples. It is whatever may be the position of a person. If he may be very rich person or any very reputed person, if he commands such a respect from some people in the society, simply impossible. It is not the divinity in Meher Baba. And all these people were, were destined to work for Meher Baba. There must have been a very close connection in the previous lives. And these are the persons, must be the persons who come along with the avatar every time. When we say they come along with the avatar every time, it is not that marriage comes in the form of marriage. It's not that quality, that personification of that quality that comes along with all avatars. They accompany the avatar in his work and give their lives to the avatar. And all the other family members connected with them, they are taken under the shelter of the avatar. A really wonderful process that takes place in the avatar's working. And in the history of spirituality, the avatar's name never fades away. It remains at the highest level. That recognition is always there. All these avatars, as we know from Zoroaster onwards, as Baba said, every avatar has that highest status. It is being recognized by the whole society, by the world. So this process of avatar coming on this earth and then working till what says is just unimaginable process. Nobody can properly conceive as to what type of work Mir Baba is doing. Mir Baba himself, he had his family. Mir Baba's family was of 9 members. Out of them, Jamshed died at very early age. Thereafter, Mirban, Mir Baba, 2 girls were there who died, and thereafter Behram, thereafter Jal, Behram, Adi, Mani, these were the survivors. All these, Mani joined Mir Baba, she stayed with Mir Baba. But all the others were connected with Mir Baba, and it is cannot be just imagined that such a family very close, that actual blood relation of the avatar, they should live a very miserable life. Miserable in the sense that their their financial conditions were not good. None of them very happy financially, very rich financially. None of them were. Such a what a wonderful way of working. If we take example of Mir Baba, what life Mir Baba has lived. Now, during his father, the financial conditions were quite good. It can be said to be good middle class family. And Meher Baba could have lived a very luxurious life. As his mother used to say, you should have a good business, you should have high positions, and he would have plenty of money and plenty of children also. All that he has renounced. If we think about Baba's day-to-day life, Baba was using very simple clothes. Baba would have only simple food. And Baba would have a minimum requirements for his personal. And that too not for a month or two. It is for the whole life. So the leader of all these group of people who are working for the avatar, he gives a model of life, how a spiritual personality can live, and all the others have followed it very faithfully. We really, when we study in detail the lives of these people, it's a very touching stories, very touching life. If Baba's, if we see the course of Baba's life, after he met Babajan and his life was transferred to a divine personality, since that time, Baba's seclusions and Baba's fasts, I hardly believe that Baba must have taken a sumptuous food at some time. I don't think must have enjoyed it any time. In Guruprasad, we have seen Baba. Very simple food. Dal chawal. And the popcorns, Baba used to have that, chew it and then throw the waste. That was the only only a very tasty thing which Baba used to have. And some soft fruits. And that too not regularly. But then the divine energy was such that at no time, he felt very much tired and unable to move and unable to stand up, unable to go. It was time, but even then, during darshan in 1965, Baba's health was so very bad that he could not stand also. One side, Erich, another side, Dr. Bharucha, and Baba would try to get up. And once he gets up, his legs will shut like this. And then again, he has to sit down. And Erich is requesting Baba, why you insist for going and giving darshan to people? They are your people. They will understand your the problems, physical problems. They will understand why you insist for going before them. Baba is not going to listen. There, my people are waiting for me. He has given everything for the sake of love for his people. We are all his people. We have been fortunate to be his people, to be called as his people. Twice it's happened that Baba shut shirt like this. He could not stand. And third time, walked very majestically in the pendulum. Yes, now my I, through this session, I put before you the examples of dedication of members of family of the Baba Mandali. They have done a very great sacrifice, and through this medium, I salute their love for Meher Baba, and also all those who are connected with Meher Baba. Everyone should feel the fortune which is bestowed upon them by their connection with Meher Baba. Everybody should feel that. I should feel that I am connected with whom, with which personality. It is a rare thing happening once in 700 years, 1300 years. To get born in that period is a great thing, but then to follow him is another great thing. So all these people, all those are born during Avatar's time, they are lucky enough. But then those who are connected with Avatar, they are more lucky, and those has worked for Baba, who have given their lives for Baba. No, their luck cannot be described. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. I will sing one song. Before singing, I get this beautiful song. As you know that we Poona Mandali. I belong to the Poona Bhajan Mandali, and we were very much attached to Dr. Gani. So all these tricks, all these all these specialties of doctors in nature, there were all the direction with Meher Baba was a beautiful chemistry in between these two. There is a verb, there is a saying in Marathi. They cannot the Marathi saying says that both of them cannot live with each other. But when they live with each other, they keep on quarreling. So Baba and Dr. Gani both were very mischievous. Every time Gani will tease Baba, Baba will show that he is very upset, and Gani is silent, Baba will tease him. This went on, go on several times. So in such a thing, such a course of, Dr. Gani used to explain this before us. It was very interesting stories he used to tell. And in that, he had given different qualifications to Meher Baba. One qualification that he is Irani means Hairani. Baba's name, surname, last name is Irani. Irani, he has converted into Hairani. Hairani means one who harasses, a man harassing. Sabrang Shah, taking every color, whatever courage there is on the earth, he is colored with the same, that color, multicolored person. He is a ghag, means shrewd. This is the this is the attributes with Dr. Ghani has circular wala, plan wala, one who issues, he is fond of issuing circulars, one is fond of changing the plans. All the qualification Dr. Ghani used to use for Mir Baba. Now that sort of a aspect has been has been picked up by the young boys of Poona Bhajan Mandali, especially the poet Madhusudan. And in one of his poetry, which I am going to see now, he has expressed this sort of a feeling by coming in Mir Baba's contact. I'll just read out the translation first and thereafter I sing it. The song is composed by Madhusudan. हमने अपने को तो अपना आजमाया नहीं, भूले से उन्हें दिल ले बैठे, जब देखा हाल मोहब्बत का हम दिल ही दिल में रो बैठे. The meaning is, I have not estimated myself, not properly judged myself, and just gave my heart to my master, that is Mir Baba. And when I realized the agonies of this path of love, the agonies and the hurdles of the path of love, when I realized that this path of love is not very simple and very easy and not very happy, I repented for having given my heart to the beloved. Next stanza is, अब राहे मोहब्बत मंजिल पर बढ़ सकते नहीं, रुक सकते नहीं. See the feeling is that outwardly it is a repentance that I have been caught up in a very awkward position, awkward situation. That is the sum total of this whole poetry. अब राहे मोहब्बत मंजिल पर बढ़ सकते नहीं, रुक सकते नहीं, ना इतके रहे ना उतके रहे, बस चैन हमारा खो बैठे. The meaning is, on this path of love, there is no going back. But then to proceed further is also difficult. Neither going back nor proceeding further. This is what is called spiritual life. One will step into the spiritual life, there comes a time or a sort of a feeling in your mind that I cannot proceed further. I cannot now go back also. The ropes have been cut off now, going back. But then proceeding further is also has become very difficult for me. खुशहाल थे हम, बेफिक्र थे हम, पर उनकी कहाँ से नजर पड़ी, घायल क्या किए, पागल ही किया, आराम हमारा खो बैठे. The meaning is, I was a happy-go-lucky person without any worry and so very carefree. But God knows where from He spotted me. God knows where from He spotted me, or His nazar fell on me, and I came in His trap. And the very first gaze at me made me wounded and mad. As a result, I lost all my peace of mind. हम समझे थे मंजिल है आशा, बढ़ जाएंगे यूं हंसते हंसते, पर हाल में एक कदम मुश्किल, क्या मुफ्त मुसीबत ले बैठे. I had thought that the goal is easy and I can reach happily and easily. But really speaking, even one step forward had become very, very difficult. I have myself invited this troublesome situation. I am the cause of all this. All. all these calamities which I have invited in my life. अब किसकी शिकायत किसको करे, बस दिल को तसल्ली देना है। मधुसूदन, ये तो अपना कसूर, हम अपनी मुसीबत ले बैठे। To whom I should blame and against whom I should complain? Madhusudan, oh Madhusudan, it is your own fault that you yourself have indulged yourself into this problem of love. It is your own problem. You have created your own problem, and now you are grudging about that. That is the uh, whole poetry. Now, Madhusudan was smart enough to present this song before Baba in Guruprasad. It was once sung before Baba, but he didn't sing it. He asked me to sing it before Baba. Such a where there are, I mean, putting himself, his inside before Baba. Instead of putting himself, he made me to sing this song before Baba. And after I finished the song, Baba just asked me, whose composition is there? Your? I said, no, Baba, Madhusudan. And what Baba looked at Madhusudan and said, while before composing the song, how many pegs of wine you have taken? How many pegs of liquor you have taken? That is what Baba asked Madhusudan. So I will sing that song. हमने को तो आजमाया नहीं, भूले थे उन्हें दिल में बैठे। हमने अपने को तो आजमाया नहीं, भूले थे उन्हें दिल दे बैठे। जब देखा हाल मोहब्बत का, हम दिल ही दिल में रो बैठे। जब देखा हाल मोहब्बत का, हम दिल ही दिल में रो बैठे। अब राह मोहब्बत में बढ़ सकते नहीं, चल सकते नहीं। अब राह मोहब्बत मंजिल पर बढ़ सकते नहीं, रुक सकते नहीं। ना इतके रहे ना उतके रहे, सुख चैन हमारा खो बैठे। ना इतके रहे ना उतके रहे, सुख चैन हमारा खो बैठे। खुश हालत हम बेफिक्र थे हम, पर उनकी राह से नजर पड़ी। खुश हालत हम बेफिक्र थे हम, पर उनकी राह से नजर पड़ी। घायल क्या किए पागल दुही के, सुख चैन हमारा खो बैठे। घायल क्या किए पागल किए, सुख चैन हमारा खो बैठे। हम समझे क्या मंजिल है आका, बढ़ जाएंगे हंसते हंसते, हम समझे थे मंजिल बढ़ जाएंगे यूं हंसते हंसते, पर हाल में एक कदम मुश्किल, हम अपनी मुसीबत बैठे, पर हाल में एक कदम मुश्किल, हम अपनी मुसीबत बैठे। अब किसकी शिकायत किस को करे, अब किसकी शिकायत किस को करे, बस दिल को तसल्ली देना। अब किसकी शिकायत किसको करे, बस दिल को तसल्ली देना है। मधुसूदन ये तो अपना कसूर, मधुसूदन ये तो अपना कसूर, हम अपनी मुसीबत बैठे, मधुसूदन ये तो अपना कसूर, हम अपनी मुसीबत बैठे। हमने अपने को तो आजमाया नहीं, भूले से उन्हें दिल में बैठे, जब देखा हाल मोहब्बत का, हम दिल में रो बैठे। जय बाबा। Yes, you want me to sing Aarti?
Yes, please. Yes, Arti, Arti.
Yes.
Yes.
Which Aarti? Which Aarti you would like?
You decide the one you
Anything.
want to sing.
जहाँ कल्पना शब्द न पहुँचे, कैसे अपरंपार नेति नेति पुकारे, महिमा तोरी अपार, दिव्य सनातन परम दया घन, दिव्य सनातन परम दया घन, हे जगदोद्धारो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो। धूप दीप चंदन चरखाना, भोग लगाना फूल चढ़ाना, तुमरा ही तुमको लौटाना, काहे बड़ाई करो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो। सकल निरीते आलो, सकल ईश्वरन हारे हो, तुम समान नहीं तुम ही हो, हे सत्य अवतार मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मने आरती स्वीकारो सकल चराचर तुम्हारी माया माया भी तो तुम्हारी छाया तुमरा अंत न कोई पाया तुम हो अनंत करो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो मेहर मन आरती स्वीकारो अपने को जब जो नहीं जाने महिमा तुम्हारी क्या पहचाने जो कुछ भी कहते अनजाने गुण गाते तुम्हारो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो सीमा नाही तुम्हारी कृपा को क्या कोई दे सकता प्रभु तुमको जो प्रेमी जनों को नित्य तुम्हें सुमिरा मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो सनातन परम दयाघन सनातन परम दयाघन हे जगदोद्धार मेरे मन आरती स्वीकार मेरे मन आरती स्वीकार अवतार बाबा की जय। Anything from your side?
Wonderful, wonderful sharing. Thank you so much. The sacrifices in the families are
Yes,
important to remember. Thank you.
yes.
So good to hear from you because you were there. It's so wonderful to hear all your
Thank
stories.
Thank you. Every story is a very touching story. So if anything else is not there, please call out 3 times Avatar Mir Baba ki jai.
Okay, if no other questions, we can close. Avatar Meher Baba.
Mir Baba ki
Jai.
jai.
Avatar.
Avatar Mir Baba ki jai.
Avatar.
Avatar Mir Baba ki jai. Jai Baba, all of you. Jai Baba. Thank you so much for a very patient hearing. Jai Baba.